Good morning. Welcome to my disgusting kitchen. Yeah, we got some cleaning to do. Mr. Sesame. Somebody was excited about my yoga. This morning I did some yoga with Ali and Hendry on Zoom. It's my favorite class because you get adjustments as you're practicing your yoga. And it's really helpful. It reminds me so much of being like in an in-person yoga class. Like the hands-on adjustments are my favorite part. So I highly recommend it. It's also only $10, which is a lot more affordable than most studio classes in New York and LA. And it's a pay what you can system. So even if $10 is out of your budget, they still encourage you to practice, which I think is so incredible. They're also just like amazing people. So I love them. I am filming a separate video today. I just started filming a what I spend in a week video, which I'm still not sure if it's gonna make it to the channel because I don't know. I feel like the topic of money is such a sensitive one for so many people, and no matter what I end up spending in a week, there's always gonna be some sort of judgment attached to money and spending, like you're privileged or you're spoiled, or of course there's always the inevitable like your parents fund your life, which has never been the case for me. So I know I'm kind of opening up that can of worms by posting content like that, but at the same time, I'm very pro normalizing money talk. Like amongst my friends, I talk about money as openly as I can because I also feel like when we keep it to ourselves, that contributes to the narrative around money being shameful and like success being shameful. And it's really hard to celebrate your own success when you feel that way about money. It's like a double-edged sword almost. So who knows? I am planning to post it, but we'll just see how it goes. And it's kind of tricky because I'm filming like 2 videos at the same time. Like I'm vlogging, but I'm also narrating what I'm spending on in a separate video. But today I want to focus on spring cleaning. I want to go through my closet because it's feeling like a little crowded in there, I guess you could say. And it is now officially spring. So I feel like I just cleaned out my closet very recently, but I want to do it again because it's become very clear to me that I'm a very strong outfit repeater, and it's really just that I love the things that I love to wear, and I love to wear them like over and over and over, and I get in such a habit. So I want to clear out even more if I can. I have a book update for you. So I've actually finished this book already. I think I finished it within 2 days of getting it. I was just really excited to get it and reading. Look, I will never be one of those girls that has like a reading highlight of books on her Instagram stories. I truthfully do not read all that often. I'm much more of like a podcast girl, or honestly I'll just like work in my spare time or just completely do nothing when I'm like relaxing. So with that said, I haven't really picked up a book in a while. There hasn't been one that I've been excited about in a really long time. This one though, this was so good. I loved it. I was kind of like sad that it ended. When it finished, I was like, oh, I wish there was more to read. And I'm really excited because she has 2 other books that I'm going to eventually read. I think I'll pick it up next week because I found a book that has been laying around in my closet as I was starting to kind of clean out, that I bought when I was last in New York, and I never even read the first page. So now that this book has got me back on my reading kick, I'm gonna really try and give that other book a shot. It's called Cobble Hill. Let me show you. It's by the same author of Gossip Girl, and it's kind of funny. I didn't know that this book was going to be set in New York, but it is, and this one is too, obviously. Cobble Hill. I feel like so much nostalgia when I read a book that's set in New York, even like shows. I remember when I was in high school and I read The Goldfinch, and I loved it because it was set in New York too, and I could visually imagine everything as I was reading it, like the description of like Madison Avenue or, you know, West Village. It's just really nice. So just so happens to be my new New York book to read. But my overall review, 5 out of 5. I loved it. It was so good. I will give a little trigger warning. There is heavy eating disorder content mentioned throughout the book. It's a beautiful book. Touches very much on like what it is to be Korean American as well. So I think whether or not you are Korean American, you will love it. If you are though, you will definitely be able to relate a lot to it, or just any kind of Asian American really. Yeah, but beautiful, beautiful book. On to the next one. But first, we need to spring clean because I've been putting this off for a very long time. So my goal is to get rid of maybe like a quarter of my closet. We'll see how we do. Now, I will say that I very recently reorganized and like folded everything, so it's all in its place. It just is a little bit jam-packed. If you see, let me scooch you over. It's definitely full. When I have all my laundry cleaned and folded and put away, there's a little bit too much to fit nicely. I think what I'm gonna do is just start by going through everything and then dumping it in a pile if I don't wear it, and I think I'm gonna donate it. Another pile will be my maybe pile, and then I'll kind of just go from there. I'm gonna start with underwear and bikinis and like intimates, which are in my first drawer because I recently picked up new parade underwear, and I've been trying to slowly phase out of my high school, even middle school underwear that I've still had from like Victoria's Secret for new higher quality pieces. First, we're gonna go through bikinis. Next drawer is tricky, activewear. I have such a hard time letting activewear go, but we gotta do it. Okay, and final closet reveal. It's definitely a lot lighter. Oh my god, look at him eat. A little litter update. So I switched to this just kind of generic scoopable cat litter after using the crystal cat litter, and as you can see, he's just not really loving it. Like, he kicks it everywhere. The gray sort of shield, he's actually kicked that off of the litter box as well. I find that he just doesn't really enjoy this litter as much, and it's just a lot messier. So I think we might go back to the cat litter that is crystal based. But before we do that, I just thought we would try something else. This one is sustainable and it's cassava based. It's supposed to be scoopable, I think. I'll give it a shot before I head back to crystal, but so far that's been my favorite. And there's been like zero odors or smell at all. So we'll see how this one goes. I found this at Whole Foods. A friend of mine is coming to visit tomorrow morning and I'm so excited. I haven't seen her, I think, in almost 6 months. I also haven't been back to New York in quite some time, so it's really been a minute since I've seen her and I'm so excited. I'm also seeing one of my friends, Rowena, tomorrow, who also lives in New York right now, and I'm just excited. It's gonna be a packed rest of the week and busy, but good busy, and I'm trying to really be a little bit more present and in the moment and less in my inbox. You know what I mean, Garbanzo Bean? I'll introduce you to her tomorrow, but I'm really excited. Good morning. Good morning. Look who it is. Let's see the toes. Ooh, no freaking.
I'm Eric, this is Will. We're the co-founders and co-CEO of Karat, who you are a card holder.
Yes, pink card, my favorite card.
Thank you so much. This is where we live. We host events here. Our team works out of here. Card holders can book rooms and weekends here.
Wow.
It's a vibe.
It's beautiful. They designed all the interior. Look at their great furniture pit.
Yes, we have great taste. It did not come pre-furnished.
I built this table myself.
He built it himself.
Become a creator just so you can get their card.
Thank you. Whoa, endorsement, right?
This, by the way, is my Karat creator card. It's very solid and heavy. Like, when you drop this, it's almost as embarrassing as dropping like a metal water bottle, like a hydro flask or something, but it's customized. You can see here, it's got my branding on it, which is super cute, and it's a Visa, so it works like any other credit card. There are creator perks to it, so it's specifically for creators, and I love using it, and it was really cool to meet the humans behind the card today. Since reading that book Yoke, I've kind of been on a little bit of reading kick. I want to get another Mary Choi book. I just felt like I should probably force myself to read this first. I mean, this book was okay. I enjoyed reading it. Kind of became like my little night routine, but it wasn't as good. Like, I don't think this was like my favorite. This is by the same author as Gossip Girl though, and I recently watched the new, like, most recent generation of the show, and I mean, whatever, I got invested. For me, it's all about, like, once I get invested in the characters, whether it's in like a book or a show or a movie, I can watch it even if it's not that good. But any book recommendations would be appreciated, and I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I'm enjoying it right now. We're gonna go to try a new yoga class tomorrow. I'm really excited, so I will see you then. This is Kat. Say hi.
Hello.
She's visiting from New York. Tell us about yourself.
Oh, I'm Kat. I love the sun. I love summer. So I'm excited to be here.
She loves to travel. Kat just headed to Pasadena, but I wanted to show you because my Sephora order came in, and I did a little poll on Instagram, and you guys said you'd want to see what I picked up. It was very last minute purchases from the sale, literally on the last day of the sale. I need your opinion first. I picked up this like aloe set. It's kind of like, it reminds me of those, you guys remember in middle school we used to wear those flare bell-bottom leggings where you would fold down the waistband and it would be like colorful? Well, I thought they were cute. They have like a little slit in the front, and then this like very cropped, basically like bra with long sleeves. I just kind of thought it looked nicer than wearing like sweats, and I love to wear comfy clothes, so this is kind of like a happy medium, but I don't know if I love it, so let me know what you guys think. So from the Sephora sale, I kept it kind of simple because you guys may know I don't really change up my makeup routine like ever, and it's been that way for a couple years. I'll link my old makeup routine that I've been doing for a few years now, but I have been inspired lately to switch it up, and at this point a lot of my favorite clean beauty brands have come out with new things. Clean beauty is just one of those things that gets better with time, so I thought, why not try some new things? Maybe I'll discover some new holy grail staples. Sephora has a great return policy as well, so you know, I just wanted to browse, and then I realized there was a sale going on, and what can I say? I was influenced by content I saw on my own Instagram and TikTok feed. First thing we have is a Milk Makeup Bronzer Liquid. I wanted a liquid because I realized I only ever contour and bronze with powder, and it seems like, and I'm just pulling this from people who seem to know what they're actually doing with makeup, it seems like the way to go is to start with a cream and then kind of set it with like a powder product of the same kind. So just like you would do like foundation and powder, it's like bronzing liquid and then bronzer to set it. You know, and I thought this might be a little bit more easy to contour my nose with. This is a brand that's new to me. It's by Rosie Huntington Whitley. I don't know her name, I'm really sorry, but it's called Rose Inc, and it caught my eye because it's not only vegan and clean and cruelty free, but it's also sustainable. So their thing is that their products are refillable, and I believe, I'm assuming the packaging is sustainable as well. So this is a just a brush, because I don't usually use a brush for foundation and I wanted to experiment. And then also from the same brand is a lip pencil. Oh, nope, just kidding. A concealer. And then also from this brand, a lip pencil of some kind. Oh, and I should have shown you this too. This is the Milk setting spray. I've never ever used a setting spray, but I was gifted their primer and I really liked it. It's the same Hydro Grip primer, so I thought, why don't I try the Hydro Grip setting spray? Maybe like combination of the two will be like the perfect set. This is actually skincare, not makeup, but it's a cleansing balm from Lila B, and this is the small size. I just figured, of course, start small to try it out. So I'm gonna try this tonight. And then, oh my god, how cute and tiny is this little faux freckle thing. I actually do have freckles. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see, but I do have freckles naturally. It's just they're not dark enough to the point where they show through my foundation. So after I put my foundation on, they basically all disappear, which is kind of sad because I want my skin to be an even color, but I'm not trying to hide my freckles, you know? But Again, mini size. I'm gonna try this out. This is the primer I was talking about. I did not buy this from Sephora. I just got gifted this separately, actually from Instagram. So the Instagram team sent us like a beauty box, and this was one of the things in there. It's like a little base coat, top coat situation maybe. And there's one thing missing from my order, which is the Kosas Creamy Concealer, or no, Kosas Foundation. I tried this already, I loved it, but the color I got initially was too dark, so I guess it's not as exciting or like a first impression. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and incorporate as many of these products as I can and do like a full face of first impressions, and I guess you will be here to witness it. So if you are a Sephora shopper, I highly recommend you browse the clean at Sephora category. I will say it's not as clean as some of the other places I like to shop for beauty items is. Like the criteria is a little bit more lenient. There are like preservatives in some, even these products, but sometimes I like to venture out and just try. I mean, as long as it's like pretty clean, I'm happy. It's kind of like my approach to food, I guess. Like it doesn't need to be so extreme and perfect all the time. It can be a good balance, you know? There's also a vegan filter, which makes it really easy. So if you're ever curious, you know, even if you're like a wellness girly and you're into like non-toxic living, you can still shop at Sephora. I think they actually carry a lot of amazing brands. So in case you didn't know, now you know. It's an exciting day when the Smalls delivery comes in. If you guys remember last vlog, I had to pick up some Whole Foods canned cat food because he was just eating through his food, and I was kind of experimenting and just trying to give him as much as he asked for because I wasn't sure what to do. But now I think we're on like a good portion control. It's definitely chilled out a little bit. And we're trying out some of the niblets this time. This is like freeze-dried raw meat, I think. So as an alternative to kibble, because I just don't want to give him kibble, a lot of you guys recommended leaving out some dry food in a bowl so that if he's actually hungry in between meals, he'll eat it. He is not crazy about these, but he does eat it like after a while. So I feel like it's the perfect thing to put in the bowl because I know then if he doesn't eat this, he's not actually hungry, you know? Also gonna try out the millet litter. So I've been having like decent luck with the cassava litter. I'm really missing the crystal litter, but before I go back to that, I'm just gonna give this a shot. I do love that it comes as a subscription with the food and all that, so we'll give this a shot. And the rest is as usual, his food. Once again, it is not vegan. I have more about that on Instagram if you're curious, but yeah, cats are not meant to be vegan, so that's that. Good morning. We are gonna film a little get ready with me. Let's start with the milk primer. Ooh, feels a little tacky. For foundation, I'm using this Tower 28. I think it's actually tinted moisturizer. I'm trying with a foundation brush because I just got this from Rose Inc. and also because I heard it does a good job. Ooh, I feel like this is a really good color match. I've also been trying lately to just get a little bit more comfy with being totally makeup free because I really only wear makeup for videos when I'm filming like content, you know, YouTube videos, and honestly nowadays that's almost every day, but I do vlog on days where I'm not even filming, so I feel like it would just be a nice way to kind of just give myself a break. That looks pretty good. For concealer, I'm using this Rose Inc concealer, kind of like a lip gloss. I don't really have a concealer brush, so I'm just gonna use the same brush, which probably defeats the purpose, but recently I've been getting just really bad sleep. I don't know why, but I wake up like with back pain. I just don't sleep solidly through the night anymore. So my eye bags, I feel like have been pretty bad. I feel like it's just one of those things that makeup can help conceal, but will not fix, you know? So, and that's not an issue I always have. I know genetically some people struggle with that all the time, but next is this milk cream or liquid bronzer. I'm excited about this because, as I mentioned, I've been just seeing that it might be a good idea to bronze with the liquid first and then set it. I don't even know how to do this though, is the thing. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use this brush, which I usually use for my eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm bad at makeup. Same brush. Oh, I think I really like this because it blends into my foundation a little bit more. I kind of messed up on my nose, but we'll fix that later. So I'm gonna use my trusty Ilia powder to set. And then for brow gel, I'm gonna use the Kosas Air Brow. I still use this. Brow gel is really my favorite thing. It's like lamination. My camera died, but I just touched up with this brow pencil, also from Kosas, and I'm just brushing it to make it look a little more natural anywhere that it looks clumpy. I just feel like a real person once I have my brows done. And then for lips, I want to try this new Rose Ink lip crayon. Shade is Abstraction. I really like a almost like brown nude color when it comes to my lips. Like I want it to be exactly my lip color so I can make it look more defined, but doesn't look like I have anything on. I don't know why, but I always feel like I look really bad with any kind of lip color on, so it has to look like it's my actual lip. I don't know. Maybe this is a mirror. Okay, I feel like it's not exactly my lip color. It's like a little bit pinker, but I actually don't mind it. I like it. I like it that it's like a big chunky crayon. The blush I've been using is this Tower 28 blush. I really like it, but lately I've been feeling like it's been showing up like too orange on my skin. I don't know if like my skin color is changing. I'm sure it is a little bit just based on, you know, LA sunshine, but it's just not sitting well on my skin anymore. So I think I need to pick up another shade of it because I do love it. You can see I have hit pan on this one. I really shown it some love. Someone did recommend that I try it with a brush though, so maybe that will make a difference. I've been going in with my fingers lately, so let's see if it'll help. Maybe I'll use a little less. I maybe should have done this before I powdered too. I think that looks better than it usually does. I just went a little bit lighter on it and I used the brush. I need to get a powder blush so I can set my blush with not just clear powder. I think that would help too. A little bit of Kosas bronzer just to powder over where I contoured. This lip pencil, I'm really loving it, but I can tell you already it's like a little bit drying. I feel like all lip pencils are a little drying though, so maybe that's just the nature of like lip products. I hate gloss, so that's on me, but maybe I'll put a little bit of balm on after. And then to finish it off, I'm just gonna try some of this freckle stuff. It looks a little unnatural, but you just kind of blend it by patting down. I usually do just a tiny wing at the end because I don't really have that much lash, as you can see, so it just helps to give more of like that illusion. I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna set with the Milk setting spray. It's subtle, but I feel like it makes a difference. Last step is to set. I always get so scared of setting sprays, like it's gonna like... Okay, I'm gonna try not to scrunch my face. This is actually really fucking lovely. I like this a lot. Fine Mist, if we're scoring the spray, I give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, I genuinely think I like every single product I've tried today. I was expecting for there to be at least 1 or 2 returns because that's just how it is when you try things on a whim, but I'm very happy with this. Clean makeup has come a long way. I will link all the products in the description box below, and after wearing this for like, you know, some time, like a full day, and then seeing how I like it over a week's time, I'm going to refilm an updated makeup tutorial. Good morning, beans. I'm a little puffy today. I've been kind of out of it for a few days, so it's been a while. But today I'm going to an event with IKEA, and I didn't realize it was in Long Beach, which if you're not from LA is like an hour to an hour and a half south of where I live. But I'm really excited. It's like a sustainability focused event on the beach with Surfrider, which is an organization that I love, and it was kind of last minute, but I was like, yeah, let's do it, let's go. So you're gonna come with me and we're gonna clean the beach. I'm also not sure if I'm gonna know anyone there. I feel like generally I like to go to events and have an idea of who I know. In LA, that's just not been the case. And this kind of feels like maybe out of my crowd, like it's not exactly vegan focused. So I feel like I'm just not gonna know anyone, but doing hard things.